Good afternoon. I'll be reading today's story, and today's story I've got for you, would you like to have a look, is called Puffin Peter. Oh look, there's a puffin called Peter on the front of the book. Let's have a look at what the story is about. Peter and Paul were the best of friends. Paul made Peter laugh by being funny and noisy. They spent their days happily fishing around their rocky island. One day, while they were out diving, what's going to happen? A storm blew up. A big storm. Peter was lost. Oh no! Poor Peter. He was blown far out to sea. Oh look, here he is. I hope he's okay. At last, the storm was over. Where am I? Said Peter. He opened his eyes. And where is Paul? Oh no! Hello, said the kind whale. Are you lost? Yes, said Peter. And I've lost my best friend, Paul. Hopefully the whale will help. What's he like? Said the whale. Oh, Paul is funny and noisy. Can you help me find him? Funny and noisy. I know just where to look, said the whale. And they set off together. He's helping him. That's kind. Here we are, said the whale, as they arrived on a small island. Which one is Paul? The birds were funny and noisy, but they were nothing like Paul. They look a little bit like Paul, but they're not quite the same, are they? Paul is not a parrot, said Peter. Paul's feathers are black and white. Yes, they're different colours, aren't they? Funny, noisy and black and white, said the whale. I know just where to look. And off they set. Here we are. It's rather cold. Where has he been taken to? Can you tell a grown-up at home which animal he's been taken to this time? The birds were funny, noisy and black and white, but they were nothing like Paul. Paul is not a penguin, said Peter. Paul's beak is very colourful. Oh yes, can you see that their beaks are slightly different? Funny, noisy, black and white with a colourful beak, said the whale. I know exactly where to look. And they set off again. The bird on the island was funny, noisy, black and white, with a colourful beak. But he wasn't Paul. How is this bird different? I wonder if you can tell somebody at home. Paul is not a toucan, said Peter. We are never going to find him. Oh, I hope they do find him.
His beak is much longer, isn't it, the toucan?
Oh, it is. Look, compared to this beak, it's much longer and it curves over a little bit.
Yeah.
Peter was very sad. The whale didn't know where else to look, so they drifted across the ocean. Oh.
Oh, is he never going to find him, Miss Hollaby?
Oh, I really hope so. I really hope so. After a few days, some tiny islands appeared on the horizon. Can you see in the distance those islands? Peter was too sad to look as he drifted towards them. "Look," said the whale. "What's that?" What's the whale found? I wonder if you can tell a grown-up at home what you think the whale might have seen. Shall we see if you're right? It was black and white with a colourful beak. It was funny and noisy. Have you guessed? That's right. It was Paul. Oh, they found him. Peter was overjoyed. "So this is Paul," cried the whale. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Tell you what?" said Peter. The whale smiled. "That he's a puffin, just like you." He was a puffin in the end. Or he was a puffin all along, rather. Because he did lots of good describing of what his friend looked like, but he didn't tell him what kind of bird he was. Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the story.